Are you dreading the thought of tackling your messy kitchen this spring? Well, don't let the overwhelm get to you. Today, we're going to cover some simple and effective ways to spring clean that kitchen without all the stress. From decluttering your countertops to organizing your pantry and everywhere in between, we're going to tackle this together, okay? So grab your coffee and let's do this. Let's make that kitchen sparkle. That's the good stuff right there. What I recommend doing is going through all of these tasks I'm sharing with you in this video day by day. And for all you people who are perfectionists or just want to get it all done at once, by all means, you can take 4, 6, 8 hours, however long it's going to take you to tackle your entire kitchen. But for those of you with busier schedules or who just don't have the bandwidth to do that, do one task each day. Remember, 5 minutes a day of decluttering and spring cleaning is better than 0 minutes, okay? So get over that all or nothing mentality. So let's create a plan. Some people like to go at this by going through all of their kitchen and decluttering each space first. So canned goods, packaged foods, fridge, under the sink, all those spaces, a little bit each day, 5 to 15, even 20 minutes, and then coming back for a round 2 where they just focus on cleaning. Myself personally, I really prefer to knock it all out at once. I prefer to clean and declutter at the same time. Now remember, this is spring cleaning, so I want you to go the little extra mile, and we're gonna, clean too. So have your handy vac ready, your all-purpose breaks. We're gonna clean as we go, which I tend to think is a little more time efficient. But you do you. We all have different personality types. Okay, let's go. Are you ready? Again, I don't even need my coffee. Let's go. The most effective cleaning technique is top to bottom. Okay, so I love to start by hitting those really high surfaces that tend to get, ignored for the other 364 days of the year. So you're gonna dust and wipe down those high, flat surfaces, including the top of your fridge, the top of your microwave, the top of your range hood, and the tops of those cabinets. If you have uppers that don't go all the way to the ceiling and have that space above there, maybe you have decor on them, or maybe there's just nothing up there, but it's accumulated dust throughout the year, this is what you're gonna be tackling on day 1 or for your first task. I know in a lot of homes, people tend to feel like they need to fill the space on their uppers if there's space between the cabinet and the ceiling with different decor items. But this could be a great opportunity to test out taking some of those down and seeing how you like it just empty. Food for thought there. Whether you use just a damp cloth or some all-purpose cleaner on a cloth, just wipe it down. I promise it will feel so much better to know that that dust and grime that you couldn't see the other days of the year is going to be completely gone. And guess what? Task 1 is completely done. Then you're going to head into vertical spaces. Wipe down the fronts of your cabinets, your backsplash, your appliances. You're going to be surprised at how much, again, of a difference your kitchen feels without the smudges, the food, and the fingerprints, especially if you have young kids like me, and with all that grime gone. For fronts of stainless steel appliances, this is my favorite stainless steel cleaner. I use this about once a quarter to just give, get that grime off our fridge and our, what's it called? Dishwasher. And if you don't want to go get a stainless steel, don't. Just, again, use a damp towel. It's going to be better than nothing. We're working our way down. Okay, now we're going to tackle countertops. We can't effectively spring clean if there is clutter all over our surface areas, right? So this task, you're going to take some time. You're going to remove some of the piles off your countertops, put things where they belong, focus on your kitchen islands, counters, kitchen table if needed, put the dirty dishes away. And essentially, if you've been following me for a while, this is what I call a daily reset, right? You're setting your kitchen back to baseline tidiness, and anything that doesn't permanently live on your countertops and surface areas in your kitchen needs to be put where it belongs. And if you struggle with countertop clutter, make sure to watch this video next. Now, full disclaimer, I am a declutter queen. That is my zone of genius. I am not a clean queen. As you look around my home, you will probably see cat hair tumbleweeds floating around on my floor, okay? It's all good. However, if you want a cleaning product that works very effectively and you want it to be super simple and are tired of fussing over tons of different products to get the job done in your house, this is my go-to. I've been using this for about 3 years. This is a O3 Waterworks brand sanitizing bottle. I replaced almost all of my cleaning products with this one bottle. So awesome, okay, for anyone who just likes to keep things simple. What's really cool is there's no chemicals and no scent. Anyone else get annoyed with all the scents in cleaning products? It makes me drives me nuts. So how it works is you literally just fill it up with your tap water, and it's got a lithium battery in it. And I truly don't understand the magic of it, but as you spray it, it sanitizes the water, and you spray it on countertops. I use it on our home gym equipment. My son was just ill with a stomach bug, so you can best believe I was going around my house spraying doorknobs and all kinds of surface areas, including the bathrooms, with this same product, with the same bottle. You let the water sit on there for 30 seconds to do its job, and then you wipe it down. it is a beautiful thing. So again, if you don't want to replace your products, if you're happy with them, by all means, keep them. This is my go-to. I've replaced everything but my toilet bowl cleaner with this one bottle. Super cool. So if you want to check out this bottle, they have so graciously offered my followers 10% off with code Katie10. I'll also put that link in the notes for you. So after you do your daily reset and clean off your counters, guess what? You've got the great product to spray, or just use a damp cloth or all-purpose cleaner. Use what you have, okay? Be resourceful here. Let's head to your spice area. This is one of my favorite spaces because typically it's a really quick win, and there's something so satisfying about having a decluttered and organized spice space. Anyone else? Like, oh, it's so awesome. Okay, so what you're gonna do as you tackle your spices is number one, of course, you're gonna check for expiration dates. No one needs to be using parsley from the 1980s, okay? Like it could still be good, but like just follow the expiration protocol, okay? Condensed duplicates. This is a great opportunity to quickly pull things out, even if you only have 5 or 10 minutes, and do a quick zhuzh, right? If you have a handy vac, or use a all-purpose cleaner to wipe down the bottom of that cabinet or wherever you keep your spices, or wherever that might be. Maybe while you're tackling your spices, you realize you're tired of knocking spices over, losing them not being very accessible, or they're just really hard to stay organized because you're lacking an organizational tool. So I swear by just super economically, affordably priced, tiered spice shelves like this one. Here is my kitchen cabinet where you can see my spices. I used to have a shorter one, but because of our amount of spices, I decided to raise that first shelf and get a higher tiered shelf for my spices. And then to the left of there, normally I have my little drip coffee maker, which is in use right now, so it's not in there. And for any bulk or excess spices that I don't want on my spice rack, or spices I just don't use regularly, like maybe once or twice a year, I decided to put them in that upper left bin. And then it's out of sight, out of mind, and it just simplifies what's in front of me. I swear by this. Now, you might not be able to tell in there, but I, a few years ago, ultimately did end up getting some of these cabinet liners just to protect the bottoms of the cabinet. So this is especially helpful in the spice cabinet for me because twice a year when I clean it out, spring and fall usually, I just take this out, which has salt and other spices probably spilled on it, and then I dump it in the trash and then quickly clean it off with all-purpose cleaner or my spray bottle and call it a day. So I have these in most of my cabinets, and I just got a roll of this on Amazon. Just look for like cabinet liner. I really didn't use it for many, many years, but after getting honey and stuff stuck onto my cabinets, I decided to just bite the bullet, and I haven't looked back. So after you're done with your spices, you're going to go through and do your other foods, like any canned and packaged goods. So check expirations, re-zhuzh them, organize them, and get rid of stuff that's maybe past its expiration date. Now, again, for organizational tools, here's some tiered canned organizer. I really like basic ones like this. You can get them on Amazon or at pretty much any big box store. However, for cans, here is my quote unquote pantry. It's just a kitchen cabinet. As you can see, I don't have a tiered organizer. I just simply stack my cans. So I keep it pretty simple. It works for me. But if you have a larger cabinet or tend to have a lot more inventory than I do on hand at once, you might be able to benefit from some of these tiered shelves. Okay, so we have quite a few tasks under our belt. This is a time where people start to fizzle out, right? Whew. Okay, so let's get a really quick win under your belt. Let's head under the kitchen sink. This shouldn't take more than 5 to 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more, but it can offer some instant boost of momentum for you. So under the kitchen sink, you're going to pull everything out, vacuum or wipe it down, dust it really quickly, declutter. Maybe you decide to purge some of those cleaners and get my O3 water bottle just to simplify things for yourself. And maybe you decide to lay down one of these liners to protect it from water damage or any of the stuff, okay? Items you can get rid of: old sponges, old rags. And on the note, if you do decide to get rid of some of those excess cleaners, whether you just don't like them or use them or don't like the scent or whatever, local buy nothing groups are a great opportunity. I know some people, you might feel like wasteful to get rid of these things even though you're not using them, but you'd be surprised how many people would gladly take those off your hands, and you can get rid of them pretty quickly for free. All right, now you've got some steam going, you've got your under the sink taken care of. Now we're going to tackle your fridge. So in one day, you can choose to tackle one shelf, you can tackle the main section, and then maybe the drawers and the doors the next day, but just make it work for you. All right, check expiration date, take out food, wipe down those drawers with your all-purpose cleaner, and let's just tackle this beast, okay? And by the way, this is a little known hack when it comes to cleaning your fridge. Most people think, oh, I don't have time to pull everything out and wipe it down. We don't always need to wipe it down. If you only have a few minutes, you can move things to the side and just use like a handy vac or grab a paper towel that's damp and just Like literally take 2 seconds and clean those crumbs off and then move the stuff to the other side and do the same thing. Sometimes we build it up to be this big thing in our heads, but you can actually do it very quickly. And I swear by vacuuming out my kitchen. If you don't have a handy vac, maybe you have a little accessory you can attach onto your main vacuum and just, do a quick zhuzh. That's like my favorite word, by the way, zhuzh. Everyone like knows what it means, right? Zhuzh, just like zhuzh, clean. And then once you start to put everything back in your clean, vacuumed out fridge, you can put it just sounds funny, doesn't it? Group your like-minded items. This is a great, again, opportunity to take inventory like you just did with your canned and packaged foods and spices, etc. And make a meal plan for the upcoming week to use up the food that needs to be used up before it goes rotten and makes your fridge dirty again. Let's wrap this kitchen up with a pretty bow. We're going to finish it by tackling your appliances. So my best kept secret, that's no longer a secret because of YouTube, is to store your out of season appliances out of your kitchen. All right. You're going to open up so much prime kitchen real estate to store other things that might live permanently on your counters otherwise because you don't have space in your cabinet. But maybe this summer you're not going to be using your Instapot or your crock pot very much. And instead you're going to be using your ice cream maker or your food dehydrator. So open up space for those and put your Instapot in your garage. So one question I always ask myself when it comes to kitchen appliances is, have I had the opportunity to use this in the last season or last 6 months? 6 months is really my timeline. It really tells it all. I might have a fantasy version of myself that makes homemade ice cream or makes homemade popsicles with my kids, but my actual reality self always buys popsicle and ice cream from the stores. So if I haven't used something in 6 months, it's gotta go. And the one exception is, again, it's just a seasonal item. So that best of intention air fryer you've been hanging on to for years, but never gets used, don't even worry about storing that out of sight. Just cut your losses, let it go, and donate it. You will feel so much better. So remember, spring cleaning your kitchen doesn't have to be this daunting task. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, space by space. I promise you will get through it. And by the end, you will have a sparkling kitchen you love to be in. By following a simple plan like the one I outlined, you can transform your kitchen from stressful and messy to cleaned and tidy. But maybe you need to jumpstart your decluttering or organization experts. So I have a free guide with my top 3 insider secrets on how to declutter with ease. You can grab that at the link in the notes. And I'll send that right over to your inbox. Bye, friend.